Yes, and not just my gift and what I see in it's what I see in every single being, every life energy on the planet. I'm sure you had the same experience after your death experience. It's like, oh, wait, there's more going on here than we realize.
Yes, and the capacity to walk with that intuitive trust while the mind still catches up.
Well,
trying to put the pieces together.
And putting the mind in perspective, because when we allow ourselves to see the divine in everyone and to see the divine at all times, then really what we're doing is we're empowering ourselves and everyone we come in contact with to see their own divinity. And it's really a beautiful way to communicate beyond many of the other choices we have on this planet.
Well,
right, which is one of the reasons why I want my goal is to see everybody happy and fulfilled and really living the purpose that they came to this planet, which to me is all just for the experience and for fun. But to teach people that we all have these abilities. I've discovered that the more intuitive, psychic, telepathic, whatever word you want to use, the more I can see energy fields, the more I develop every single one of these abilities, the more loving I become, the more compassionate, the more patient, the more realizing, and it's more fun. It actually shifts life to a whole different perspective instead of I'm a victim, I don't have any power, and I'm just this little pawn on the planet, and eventually I'm just going to corrode and die. It's like, oh my gosh, when you see what we're really capable of doing and experiencing, it's magnificent. It just brings out more love, more compassion, more fun, more just like wow factor.
Mm-hmm. And we all want the wow factor.
Well,
I love it.
when we're living a life of joy, we have a life of meaning and service. They're both there. And speaking of meaning and service, we have a caller standing by that wants to say hello.
Sure.
So let's go to line 2 and welcome Corey from California.
Hey, Corey, welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. I'm really enjoying the show today.
Thank you.
Very inspirational.
Well, as are you. I remember last time that you called, you were in a life transition. How are things going?
How can we serve you?
Things are going good. Just blowing through some. You guys were talking about, doubts and fears and stuff like that, and that's kind of what I've been working through, and feel like I'm processing that. And so I would love to hear any messages that might be out there for me.
Absolutely. Now, before I jump right in, Corey, Pam, is there anything you'd like to share with Corey before I begin?
Sure. Yeah, let me get a connection with you, Corey. Okay, the way I work is I get a visual of you. So can you tell me your hair color and your eye color?
My hair is brown, and I have brownish hazel eyes.
Brownish hazel. And when you say brown hair, is that light, medium, or dark?
I would say medium.
Okay, so Corey, first of all, I do see auras and the different colors. Now, I know a lot of people see different colors. A lot of people see the same things I do, but it doesn't mean somebody's right or wrong. It just means we're having a different perspective of it. So when I tune into you, you've actually got yellow and violet in your aura, which is a very cool combination. The thing is violets want to make a difference on the planet. Typically, they want to go travel. They want to do their own thing. They want to do their own projects. A lot of times you guys are drawn to things like music or design or writing or art or also teaching or psychology or causes. Violets really want to make a difference on the planet. They feel drawn to do that. But you also have a little bit of yellow in your aura, and yellows are big kids at heart. Violets are old souls, and yellows are big kids. So yellows sometimes they procrastinate, they think of all these great ideas, and then they don't know how to pull it off. And violets want to have freedom and make a difference, and yellows go, oh, I don't know, that might be hard work, or how do I pull that off? So I can feel that push-pull between you. But yellow violets, like the Beatles were all yellow violets, so is George Clooney, so is Bono. They really have to get out there and make a difference. So if you learn, violets come from the third eye. They're visionaries. So if you learn to really, spend time alone, because violets have to have meditation time. They have to be quiet. And usually the best form of meditation for a yellow is out in nature. Okay, someplace where they feel nature or, something moving or whatever. But the more you trust that inner vision and you move forward on it, the better you're going to be, because violets get accused of being unrealistic dreamers, but violets have to pull it off, or you do this too. Violets always feel like then something's missing or they can't quite reach it. And I feel like, Corey, you have moments it's like, no, I'm going to do this, and you believe in it, and then I feel like you can get stuck or lost, almost like trying to play it like everybody else or too safe. So I want to go, Guy, and at some point, Corey, don't you have a desire, have you had thoughts of traveling at times? Because violets have to go see the planet. They need to see other cultures. They need to get out there. Don't you have those desires, and then you also can procrastinate?
Absolutely, yes. And sometimes I say yes, and then I have these amazing journeys and travel.
Yes.
But at first I'm like, oh no way, I couldn't. That would be too much, or that would cost too much.
Well, if you trust your vision, if you go for it, you violets are supposed to teach what's possible. You guys are teachers. You show us what's possible on the planet. You need to be the leaders and the teachers. So if you get insecure and you doubt and you hesitate, because yellows don't always know what they want to be when they grow up, then you're just like the rest of the people out there that are lost. If you just keep stepping into it, amazing things will keep showing up, and then you can actually, because you do have a natural teacher in you, even if you just do it by teaching by example, and then all that creative and that spiritual stuff with you. If you just live that, you're going to have an amazing life. Does that make sense to you? Does that resonate with you?
Absolutely. That was an amazing reading, and I just, everything you said was amazing, expanding, and yes, so true.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll all say
yes.
Saying yes. And Corey, I just want to jump in, Angel, and echo in that as you and Pam were interfacing, the vision that I was seeing around you was that you've been lately feeling like you're standing in front of a cavern, and that you know how to build the bridge to get to the other side. You know how to do it. You're ready to do it. Everything is there for you to do it, but you're looking down instead of looking across. And so just do it, my angel. Just reach out your foot and let yourself be supported, because the timing for you is like perfect. And so congratulations. It was a perfect day for you to call.
Thank you so much.
Can I say one really quick thing?
Just do it kind of advice.
We have a lot of callers, Pam, honey.
Oh, Corey, really quick. You violets need to be around other people that inspire you, not people that are playing small. So find people that are doing what you want to do and hang out with them until you get inspired to go do it yourself. Okay, that's it.
All right.
All right. Big hug to you. Take good care.
All right. Well,
Thank you. Many blessings.
Bye-bye. Listen, we're going to take a quick station break, and then we're going to return to all of our callers and emails. But stick around. There's a lot of fun yet to be enjoyed and savored.
Sure.
We'll be right back after these messages. Welcome back. We're delighted to be with you now.
We are.
This is the moment, gang.
And we want to remind you that you are infinite and you are awake, and that our world is just expanding, and that we are in this powerful, powerful collective moment of our human ascension. Remember that November, December, January, February, leading up to March. In March 2015, we begin what we're calling the escalator to 2022. It's a 7-year window, and that these 5 months, particularly November and December, are inviting all of humanity to kind of take in a beautiful new breath. November and December are the opportunity for you to have the ultimate do-over. Imagine your life, or reimagine your life, or how about imagining your best life? And the gift is that as so much happens on this planet, simultaneously, you're going to get a lot of potential, let's just say, sideways information. And this is a gift, because you're being invited to anchor your truth, to anchor your presence. And I love that today we're discussing our infinity, our awakeness, with our very special guest, Pamala Oslie.
Yes, Pamela, thank you so much for being with us. We love your intuitive vision and your joyful presentation.
Well, and how it all came to be. You know, if you weren't with us in the first part of the show, you've got to go back and listen to it in the archives, because I love how Pamela's journey was basically initiated into the go phase by showing up one day, by trusting her heart, showing up at a seminar and saying, yeah, I'm here, and then having the courage to stand up when she was picked out of an audience.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I want to share with all of you is I too, you know, we all have journeys, and I had some funny memories come forward, Pamela, as you were sharing, and as Kira was sharing, and the one I just want to offer is, how many of you have ever driven in a snowstorm?
Oh gosh, don't remind me, so I moved to Guatemala.
And the funny thing about driving in a snowstorm, especially at night, is you do not want your headlights on.
No.
So I'm just going to leave that image with you, because Because what I learned from that is I have to feel into the road in front of me and not rely on my eyes.
Ooh, all right.
And we're going to leave it there. I know we have other callers. We
have callers that are coming in, but Pamela, I wanted to share with you that we had a woman who wrote in earlier this week, and let me just read you her letter, and let's offer her a little love. And it says, "Dear Sri and Kira, I'm Margaretha from Sweden. I have been listening to you for many years now, and I love what you teach. I am currently feeling really stuck. I don't know what to do. Everything seems meaningless, and I would so much love a soul reading from you. Much love, Margaretha." And all I have is that it's Margaretha from Sweden. Pamela, is there anything that you would like to share with her before I jump in, or would you have needed more information?
Oh, you go right ahead and jump in. I mean, she definitely needs change. We can feel that. And I feel like there's some old stuff still clinging with her, old past stuff that she's identified herself with that's really wanting to drop off. So absolutely go for it.
Okay. Well, Margaretha, beloved one, the first thing I want to invite you to do is to just bring your hands to your heart and relax, because your energy field right now is in a holding, meaning that when we hold things tight, it means that we're preventing the flow from being in our lives. And you have the ability to be in flow, and the reason you're feeling stuck is because you're afraid. And this afraid energy is what's causing this holding. When I gaze at your energy field right now, it's literally like a block. It's almost like, and I guess because you're in Sweden, the energy I want to use is it's like ice. However, remember that all ice is frozen water. And that water, when it warms up, has the ability to transform into steam, which completely makes us available to all of the energy of our lives. And so, Margaretha, what I want to share with you is today, breathe, relax, and remember that you are flow. And when you say, well, Kira, give me something else, give me something more specific, because I hear your mind, love. The one thing I want to share with you is this. For a specific, try this one on. I trust myself and I remember my truth. And as I do, my flow is restored. You have great intuition and you have amazing talents. Trust yourself enough to move forward with them, even if your mind is screaming, and I know that the universe will support you. You're also really resonating with the 5 right now, the number 5, and so this is a powerful time because the universe is working with this 5 energy for the next few months. So harness yourself in a way that you trust, and all will flow really, really well. Pamela, did you want to add anything?
I love what you said. I feel like that's perfect, and I keep wanting to encourage her to let go of the past, of let go. So that includes flowing forward, allowing an old perception of herself to drop away, allowing an old self-identity or description, even something that she's had since childhood, to just redefine herself, allow herself to move into a new vision, a new identity, a new definition of herself, a new description of herself. So that all fits in with just flow. Go ahead and flow forward. Go ahead and allow the flow, but also re-identify, redefine yourself. And describe what that is for you. You have choice. You have free will now. You don't have to be stuck to what all the old stuff is. Like, who do you want to be now? Who do you feel deep inside you really are? And to just flow into that, let go of the past.
Absolutely.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you.
And for this writer and for all of our listeners, it's important to remember that oftentimes when we come to those perceived obstacles, that's when we lift our hand and say, help me. And we honor and respect that. Mm-hmm. We also honor and respect you because each and every one of you has the capacity. And the help me is more of an inward summoning of a deeper wisdom.
Well, I'm smiling. I love that. The help me is also saying, I remember. When we finally allow ourselves to relax into saying, hey, help me, there's also the simultaneous soul awakening. And there's also this beauty. One of the things that I'm just loving today is that if you're listening today, if you're listening in the archives, you've chosen a moment to be reassured that you're not crazy. Let yourself move forward. Join the crowd. We have, we call it the lion coming out of the woods. When we allow ourselves to become the lion and come out of the woods, we stand fearless in the meadow, and guess what? We get to play with all the other lions that we couldn't even see before. So maybe today's the day you're willing to come out of the woods and join us. And Pam, I want to go back to something you mentioned in the first part of the show because I just loved it, which was when you were discussing about being that we all have this ability together, that we all share this vision, and about being with people. And you were sharing this with Corey about being with people who support that vision, because once you do live on the other side, and you were talking about that, you often wonder why you would have hesitated to kind of make the leap. You know, so many people write me or call me or say, gosh, Kira, I wish I could just live who I am, or I wish I could just be who I am. And the key is that when we finally do start relaxing and allowing that and let go of the fear of what we think we might be judged as, we get on the other side and wonder what took us so long. Did you ever experience that?
Like every day. Yes. No, there's always like, what are people going to think? Or can I really do that? Am I really that powerful? But I feel like we're all on this journey together now. We all want to live our authentic selves now. We've been so trained, just what you're saying, to like not live that authenticity. It's like what ifs and yeah bets and can I's. But I really feel like there's this pull now to be authentic, to live our real nature, our authentic selves, our alive, our joyness, our love, joyness. I'm making up words as I go along too. We're so ready to be free.
Yes.
Well, freedom truly is one of those delicious elixirs
I love it.
that we all choose to be intoxicated by. You know, I'm reminded something else. I'm funny how these things are floating up. So I figure when they float up, I'll share them.
Bubble, baby, bubble.
You know, I spent some years as a psychotherapist, and I moved into hypnotherapy because I couldn't handle how long it was taking for folks to move through their stuff, and I thought hypnosis was going to be the supercharged fast way to lend a hand to folks. And I practiced what was called the induction, helping people move into that alpha state, helping people move into a hypnotic state of mind. And it never seemed to be quite enough to me. While I was assisting folks, I just felt there was something more. And I met this man, this retired therapist, who was a brilliant individual who basically just stepped out away from the world. That was his choice. And I talked to him for a moment, and I said, how do we hypnotize people so that they can be connected to a deeper truth, so they can discover that and find it? That was my level of consciousness at the time. And he looked at me and he said, silly man, they're already hypnotized. You don't have to do an induction. They're already hypnotized. And I walked away a little puzzled for a moment, and then I got it.
Yeah.
And so it is as we believe in the illusion of fear and separation and the notion that we are limited beings having mortal lives, as we walk this path of limitation and victimhood and all the pieces that go with it, we find willing allies.
Yes.
We find a society that is structured, partners in pain. Yeah. We find whole societies organized around these false identifications.
And they want to keep us there. That's what you see.
And there's a drumbeat to keep that going. Like anything that's created has a self-preservation.
But it's a gift. And this is what I love, is that self-preserving drumbeat of fear is a gift, because it's inspiring people to awake. You get to a point where it's like, I'm tired of being told to be afraid. I'm tired of seeing all these.
I'm tired of doubting myself. Right. I'm tired of feeling like I can't. So it can
actually be an inspiring gift if we allow ourselves to open our eyes to it. Have you noticed any of that, Pamela?